right, welcome to the reincarnation of the podcast featuring Aaron and Connor that we've now named the Film Box. I'm your host, Aaron, also welcomed by my co-host here, Connor.
How are you doing?
And we're here today to give you a bit of an insight onto how this podcast is going to work, the sort of 3-act play of sorts that we're starting up here on this here adventure. And
this a la carte menu.
Yeah, the a la carte menu of shit is honestly where we're at right now. It's just a la shit.
A la carte shit.
But yeah, so to start off, we just wanted to kind of run down what we wanted to do with this podcast and jump into a little bit. But podcast is going to be all things movies. So, we want to go from everything from new movie reviews to deep dives behind the scenes into how some of our favorite movies are made to, basically anything under the sun. We got games, we got trivia, we got tier lists, we got everything all planned out.
We got rants, got actual shit.
It's gonna work. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. And without further ado, I want to get into some news because we got some news this week. We got some news every week in the film industry, but we got some crazy news this week. I wouldn't say crazy. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself.
I don't know, man. I saw this news. I don't know if crazy is the right word, but it is news.
Okay, so the first article that we've got today that I want to go over, George Clooney's Batman and Robin nipple suit. It's now out for auction for $40,000. That's right. If you want to buy George Clooney's nipple suit on the open market, $40,000. That's what you got to pay.
You know how during the makeup process they'll do a prosthetic to match each contour of your face?
Oh yeah.
I think they did that with his nipples too. They just had him lie down, shirt off, just paste some clay onto his nipples, and then just popped it right onto the costume.
Oh my god. That would be... If only I could have been a fly on the wall in that dressing room.
Legend says there's a little nipple hair still stuck in there.
Oh, God. So if you don't know, the movie Batman and Robin is famously bad and famously has George Clooney in it. It's it had also some very famous suits, some very famous bad... really bad.
Bad everything.
Everything. Bad acting, bad writing, bad characters. I mean...
You want to know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Arnold Schwarzenegger played fucking Mr. Freeze. That's
Mr.
all you need to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, $40,000 in the open auction. It will be part of Heritage's Hollywood and Entertainment Signature Auction, which is set to take place from July 22nd to 23rd this month in July of 2022.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. But moving from Batman and Robin, I don't know if you've seen it, but the new trailer for the movie Amsterdam, starring Christian Bale and Margot Robbie and John David Washington, came out. I watched it. It looks incredible.
I have not seen it. Tell me about it without spoiling it.
I don't know how to describe it other than just imagine it's almost like a murder mystery type of movie set in a long time, probably in the early 1900s. There's not a whole lot of detail about what it's about. The screenwriter here describes it as an original crime epic that focuses on 3 close friends who find themselves at the center of one of the most shocking secret plots in American history. So, no real information about it, but this movie has an absolutely insane cast to it. I just want to read it off here. So it's the 3 stars are Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington, which already there is a great cast. And then all the supporters, you got Robert De Niro, Chris Rock, Anya Taylor-Joy, Zoe Saldana, Rami Malek, Mike Myers, Michael Shannon, Timothy Olyphant, Matthias Schoenaerts, Sandra Nivola, Andrea Riseborough, and to round out this amazing cast list, you got Taylor Swift in this movie. So all Swifties rejoice. You got Taylor Swift. But like, that is so many A-list celebrities, A-list actors.
That's like
in this movie.
What's it called? Like the Oceans movies.
Yeah. Then they brought in everyone for Oceans.
Yeah, and now like the Fast series, just let's have Idris Elba just be a robot. It's fine.
God,
yeah.
No, it's absolutely incredible. I'm really excited for that movie. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. I should know it. But it's coming out at some point, and just keep your eye on it.
At some point.
It's coming out. And the final little thing that we have here, if you're a fan of horror, you'll like this. Final Destination 6. Oh. Final Destination 6. What were you saying?
This is not the horror news I thought you were talking about.
Well, we can go to your horror news in a minute. Final Destination 6 is breaking its classic formula.
Interesting.
So normally, if you followed along in the series, it starts with like a group of people who survive some sort of thing, some sort of encounter that should leave people dead, basically. You know,
have you seen these movies before?
I have actually seen these movies before. Some of them. I haven't seen all 5 because it's not worth it after the first 1 or 2. But, they survive some sort of incident and then death comes for them, and it's like all the ways that death gets revenge. And it's actually, the filmmakers are saying they're breaking this trope, which is like pretty crazy, seeing as how that's what Final Destination was literally all about for 5 movies.
As a resident horror movie stan, I encourage this. I think, I don't know how long ago it was, but I saw it was like, maybe this has been updated since, but I thought it was like this about firefighters or like first responders, which I think could be an interesting new take, because I feel like we've kind of played out all the different kind of doomsday kind of scenarios. Like we had the infamous plane scene from the first one, the infamous, probably even more infamous traffic accident.
Yeah, the logging truck in the second one.
The log truck. You had roller coaster, which
that was number 3.
Which, I mean,
yeah.
You had the racetrack.
Didn't see that
which
one.
Also kind of just meh. And then you had a bridge scene, which I thought was pretty cool. So I feel like, what else are you gonna do? Like a train? Because that's how like the third one ended.
Yep.
With another train crashed. So you kind of have to kind of mix it up.
Yeah. No. I agree, and I think it'll be interesting. Hopefully, the movie is not shit.
I mean, the fifth one was good. I'm hoping. Yeah, there was a nice twist at the end. That made it so better.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's moving in the right direction, but obviously, 6th one has to come out and prove me right and prove you wrong.
Yeah. No. Exactly. I hope it does.
As do I.
But yeah, no. Pretty interesting. Not terribly busy of a news week. Just as an aside, have you seen the what is it, like the gentle minions trend that has been going around? Oh man,
I have a suit in the back there. I can grab one. It's not worth it. It's too hot already. Man.
The fact that these people, I don't even know how this started, but the fact that these
TikTok,
people,
man.
TikTok is just a cesspool. It really is, but it's hilarious. I'll give it that.
Yeah. The Minions, man.
The Minion. Is that movie even good? Like, was it actually good?
Brother, I haven't seen them.
I never saw the first Minions.
I saw Despicable Me. Despicable Me 2. That's it.
Yeah, after that, it was kind of just like, all right, you're running out of ideas.
Even after after the first one, I was like, what are we doing here?
Hey, look, you need Steve Carell.
Hey, anything to keep paychecks heading his way, I'm all in on.
All right. I agree. He's a funny dude. Okay, so I want to move into a new segment. Well, it's all new, really. When you really get down to it, it's all kind of new. Do we want to do the movie pitch?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to be kind of running off of a movie pitch generator that we have here. Very advanced. And we're going to just get a random film premise, and then get some actors and try and come up with a film. And how we
so basically, we're just going to create a movie based off, like, we're just throwing ideas at a wall, and by throwing ideas, we're hitting a button that's going to randomly generate a plot for us. And then we're just going to go. We're going to make a Oscar-worthy film out of it.
Yep. Oscar-worthy is absolutely true. Okay, so let's generate. Regretting decisions made in the past, the main character has no choice but to act when a stranger enters their life with an intriguing proposal that will eventually ruin someone else's life.
All right.
Interesting.
So
main character.
We're going to randomly generate this as well because we're taking what the good Lord gives us.
I'm writing all this down.
Yeah. You're going to have to remind me too because I'm going to forget. All right. So our main character is Don. Okay.
Who was it?
Donald Pleasance.
Oh gosh,
famously dead.
It kind of works though. It kind of works. I mean, we need an older actor, so roll with Donald Pleasance.
Listen, they found a guy who looked just like him for Halloween Kills, just working on the crew. We can do that here. Okay, so Donald Pleasance revived. And the person he meets is going to be James McAvoy. All right. We already have an idea rolling here.
James McAvoy. Okay. So this is an interesting start. James McAvoy.
And this third person whose life is going to get all flipped upside down.
Please be Will Smith.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn. Oh my goodness. All right,
just as we all expected.
Okay, so let's see. So we have regretting decisions made in the past. The main character has no choice but to act when a stranger enters their life with an intriguing proposal that eventually ruins someone else's life. All right. So our main character, Donald Pleasance. What I'm imagining right now, is we open on like a montage. It's like early.
First, let's try to just create the.
Okay.
We got to create what's happening.
Okay.
So, Donald Pleasance.
Was he racist? Is that what the angle we want to take this? I think.
So when I first got James McAvoy, I was like, time travel.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
So we can have. Okay, so if Donald Pleasance, he's.
Oh, I have an idea.
It.
Oh my god, I like the time travel. Okay, so what if we took James McAvoy as a time traveler, and Donald Pleasance comes to Donald Pleasance and says, "Bro, I know that you had an interesting life. You know, you made maybe Donald Pleasance was like this big shot billionaire kind of guy."
Like a Warren Buffett type?
Yes, but he got his money shady. He wasn't like the most honest kind of guy. He took advantage of a lot of people to make his millions.
So like Warren Buffett.
Okay.
like any billionaire.
And then James McAvoy comes from the past and says, we need to go back and stop you from doing what you did because it has terrible ramifications for the future. And they go back in time, and Sean Penn is playing young Donald Pleasance.
Okay. So here was my idea.
Okay.
So Donald Pleasance, he was an older actor.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you're not familiar with the name, he was Dr. Loomis in the original Halloweens.
Yep.
James McAvoy's been in a lot of stuff recently, like Split, the X-Men, not reboots, but like
the new ones.
New ones. Sean Penn.
I mean, everyone knows
everything.
Sean Penn.
So what I was kind of thinking is we could do like, so Donald Pleasance, he's like our old main character.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting close to, let's say, it's kind of dark, but let's say he's getting close to his death.
He's close to death. I mean, it's a concept for a movie.
So, but he doesn't want to die. You know, he wants to hold on to life. So he is able to meet with scientist Sean Penn.
Oh God, no! James McAvoy is the guy.
Well, no, because I'm thinking Donald Pleasance is older James McAvoy.
Ah, okay.
You see?
I see what you mean.
Or we can get kind of dark.
Oh God.
So Donald Pleasance, war vet.
Yep.
James McAvoy was one of his fellow soldiers, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say Sean Penn is there too.
Sean Penn's just there.
Sean Penn's just there. And let's say we're going to DH Donald Pleasance down. Let's just say, like, I don't know, he's like a commander.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's my... I'm going to alter it. Donald Pleasance, he's a commander. Under him, James McAvoy. Over here, maybe like a different commander, Sean Penn.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have... I completely forgot the plot that
I think
we already generated.
I think that the time travel thing works the best because it's a whole, like, you know, we have to... The main character has to regret decisions that they've made in their past. And then they have no choice but to act when some stranger enters their life. With an intriguing proposal. Intriguing proposal would be time travel. I mean, come on. That'd be a pretty intriguing proposal. And then,
okay, my idea doesn't work out then, yeah. Time travel
it eventually ruins someone else's life. I think we can spin that if we want to use, like, one of the actors as the younger Donald Pleasance into time travel. Then we have...
Or...
Oh.
So we have old Donald Pleasance. Sean Penn is, like, old, but not that old. And James McAvoy's the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
We do a Benjamin Button type.
Oh, God.
But actually not like Benjamin Button at all because he's our main character. He gets visited by first ghost of his path. But being James McAvoy.
Mm-hmm.
But James McAvoy says, oh, let's do something crazy. Let's do something radical. Since Sean Penn is like James McAvoy grown up but still younger Donald Pleasance, it completely fucks with his future.
Yep.
Like his timeline, if we're going to do it like that.
Yep.
So now Sean Penn is pissed because like he was living his life, then all of a sudden it's like apocalyptic.
So would the time travel just like snap into place? Like Sean Penn's living a great life, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's in Shitville, USA.
Yeah, Just like
So you're just totally breaking the rules of time travel.
that's the thing with time travel. Everyone has their own rules that
I feel like the best approach is that one actor is like this guy that's a time traveler, and Donald Pleasance needs to go back and stop his younger self from something.
What if like Sean Penn is a cop?
Or like
Sean
a time cop. A time cop. Ooh.
Like Looper.
Sean Penn is time cop. So we got time cop Sean Penn comes in and tells Donald Pleasance who is doing what. What was he during his life?
I think he is like a tycoon.
Like a billionaire tycoon?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why. I just see him as like a Vanderbilt type.
Okay. And then James McAvoy is young Pleasance. Young Don.
Young Donnie boy.
Young Don. And so time cop Sean Penn comes in and says like, hey Donald, you're shitty. And Don's like, yeah, I know, but look how rich I am, yeah. And
okay. So the external thing is, we'll say, so Donald Pleasance, let's say he's like an oil tycoon.
Mm-hmm. Are we turning this into a political drama now?
Well, no, I'm not trying to turn it into a political drama, but like my thing is like, okay, the world is like cratering. Like we're on the verge of like Wall-E world.
Yep.
And let's say like he's a very remorseful guy. He feels bad that like now that he's retired to his billions and the world is ending, like he could have done more.
Okay.
So he's like, I want to go back in time and like not do oil.
Wait a minute. What if instead of time cop Sean Penn, we have Genie Tom Penn or Sean Penn? And so Pleasant's like, man, I wish I could go back in time. Poof, here's the genie. Hey, you want to go back in time?
Or Donald Pleasant's on his deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
He hallucinates the old thing, like as he's dying.
Oh God, that's the twist at the end.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing, I feel like we completely just ran away from what the generator gave us.
Well, no, we still have someone who regrets decisions in their past. The main character has no choice but to act because the world's falling apart. Mm-hmm. Stranger enters their life. That would be time cop Sean Penn.
Genie Tom.
Or Genie Penn. Sean Penn. Intriguing proposal is time travel. And it eventually ruins someone else's life.
Yes, young Sean Penn, or not young Donald Pleasance, aka James McAvoy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
So now.
So he goes back in time.
This.
Yeah. So now so Don and so billionaire Don and time cop Sean Penn have to go back in time and stop James McAvoy, young Donald Pleasance, from doing whatever he does and ruining the world.
Yeah, let's say he does something like he has like a, I don't know, he has like an offer.
Maybe he found, he discovered a new way to strip mine for diamonds or strip mine for oil or something like that. That's super efficient, but absolutely ruins the earth underneath us.
Okay.
And so like jump 50 years into the future and this method is so, or like maybe it's like a new refinery method, like oil refinery, that like is really efficient, but it's really bad on the ozone.
Or how about this? Because I'm thinking like Star Wars type.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if there's like a bunch of like these drilling contracts that are up for grabs, and he does something like either he cheats his way into getting them all, or he has someone like killed who would like compete with him.
Mm-hmm.
Gets all these like drilling locations. Greed sets in. He's like, no, I want it all.
Yeah. We just need to make sure that like whatever he does is catastrophic enough for time cop Sean Penn to come into the future.
You know what? He drills one spot that causes... Ooh, what if he like drill... I don't know. You don't drill that far down, but like, what if through a chain of events he drills on the San Andreas fault line?
Like, just like on tectonic plates?
Yeah. And like the drilling process causes enough pressure or whatever to create like this ginormous earthquake, rips the US in half. Or not in half, but you know, just rips through the United States, rips through Canada, where however far up it goes. Whole US crumbles because fucking ineptitude to
so
new world.
What I'm thinking, I like the idea of natural disaster, but it would have to be something that like would occur over a length of time. You know, it wouldn't be like it wouldn't make sense for
just a one time.
Well, right, for this like one time catastrophe to happen, and then like 30 years later, time cop Sean Penn shows up. It's like, all right, hey, remember that one thing that you did bad? Like, it has to be something that spirals the Earth out of control. So like, and he invests. I like the idea of him taking over all of the world's oil, and maybe like he like totally takes it all over and then sends everything into like an economic spiral, and then pollution sets in, and then all of this like catastrophe happens, and then 30 years later he's like rich, but he's reaping the ramifications of it.
What if we set it on Mars?
Oh god. Oh god. So we're going full into sci-fi territory now.
Yeah. We're saying Okay, actually, how about this? He's on trial.
Yeah.
Because so how about this? So I
like the on trial thing.
Yeah, we start on trial. Sean Penn.
He wouldn't show up until after the first little bit. Like this would have to be after. Sean Penn can't be like part of the trial because he's the guy that comes back from the past and tells him like, "Time cop, we gotta go."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's on trial for I don't even know. We just defrauding the global economy.
How about should we
Fascism.
set this? I think we're skipping out on the fact that this needs to be set a long ways in the future.
It doesn't have to be set in the future.
We need a time cop. We need time cop.
It doesn't have to be set in the future. This could just be like a different version of Earth.
It could, or like secret government. Like, hey, this is a secret project we can do. I'm a time cop. Nope, I'm still here. Uh-oh.
I lost Aaron.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I lost Aaron.
Hello? Hello?
There he is. We're back.
All right. We'll mark that. Okay. So, we got...
Because we could have a set, like, in a alternate Earth, 2022... He's on trial for...
He's on trial. He's on trial for like...
Making a movie is hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. So Don's on trial. He's on trial for something. I like the idea of like... Maybe he's like someone on Wall Street,
Yeah.
who like who starts the largest like Ponzi scheme in U.S. history and actually ends up defrauding Americans so badly that he sends the entire U.S. into a years and years long recession or depression.
Full on. It would have to be full depression.
Yeah, full depression. And then finally, late in his years, he's finally caught. You know, he's on trial, and it's like, fuck, dude, I messed up big time. Time cop shows up and said, we got to stop you because this is bad. You know, our economy is shit.
Well, I feel like the time cop would have to show up if something catastrophic is about to happen. Like, I don't think he's going to be like, you know, they're in a depression.
Yeah.
Like, the world has to end for a time cop to show up.
You're right.
Okay. So,
maybe he's like Elon Musk type, and he's got like this space age like business. Mm-hmm. But his business is monitoring monitoring for UFOs or like all that, like terrestrial objects, extraterrestrial objects, and go ahead. No.
Keep going.
They get like a sign of like impending doom that he ignores. And they're like, oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. And then 30 years later or something like that, like doom is happening, and it's because he missed out on like taking advantage of this one thing that they should have seen 30 years ago. And Time Cop's like, dude, you fucked up. We got to go back and stop it.
What if we make it less? Because I feel like that's just too, like, there's no conflict there. Like, okay, we're going to go back in time. We're just going to be like, all right, hey.
That's fair.
So I feel like there's got to be, like, a mystery to it. Like, he missed something.
Oh, yeah, okay. They got to find what it is.
Yeah, so, boom, there it is. So he's like an Elon Musk space billionaire type.
He has to become a billionaire. Because this decision, like the decision to go back in time, has to ruin younger Don, James McAvoy.
Unless young James McAvoy is that special guest who comes to him as like an apparition, and he says,
"Oh, whoa!"
He says, "We could have prevented this. I don't know how, but." We could have done this, and this third person, Sean Penn, what if he's the alien?
What if he's the alien? What if he's the alien? Just throwing that out of nowhere. I think the idea of him being like an oil tycoon grounds it more, and be like he's discovered a new way to mine oil, but it ruins the earth later in life. Like, it absolutely ruins it, but they don't see it until then. And so he has to go back in time now and try and stop his younger self from ever discovering this new method, and therefore never getting rich, never having a life of luxury. He just ends up being like a working man. So that's the stakes of, like, James McAvoy's not like ready to help out because he doesn't want to. He knows it's going to make him rich.
Yeah, no, he's got to be living like balls to the wall. Like he's got to have like substantive reason to be like, no, fuck you, dude. Like what we're doing is fine. We live a great life.
Okay, I like that. All right, I think we actually have a plot.
Okay, so. We have like the structure now.
I think that's all we need. I don't think we can go into making a movie now.
Because I feel like we touched on, you know, the intro. What's happening? Okay, he's. Are we still sticking with he's on trial or?
I don't know. Yeah, I think we can. I say he's on trial, but
we can work the kinks out. I mean, we'll just say like defrauding. We could have like a long list of things that finally caught up to him.
Yeah.
we have our conflicts. He has to go back in time to his younger self, who is willing to kill his older self to live this life. Resolution. He doesn't die.
Well, resolution is they stop
younger
James McAvoy, but he has to sacrifice his own like spiritual, like his life after they stop him no longer exists. So he does that like fade into the wind kind of like trope.
Yeah, it's like okay, like I no longer exist.
I'm finally fulfilled and I'm good now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Boom. Movie. Write it down. Hollywood, give us a deal. That's the deal. We need Donald Pleasance. We need Donald Pleasance to come back from the dead.
I'm just tearing up thinking about the standing ovation we're gonna get.
Wow. That was invigorating. And now to end it, I want to play a little game with you to end this podcast. It's a game that we like to call Explain Movie Plots Badly. You may have heard of it. You probably have heard of it.
No, I have not. Why don't you describe it to me?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you like a one-sentence explanation of a film plot. You're going to tell me what that film plot is.
Go for it.
Or what that film is describing. So, for example, we're going to start with this. We got Talking Frog convinces son to kill his father.
That is Star Wars. Well, I don't know.
Yes, it is. There we go. All right.
I got one for you. We'll go back and forth.
Okay.
All right. U.S. government spends millions of dollars because a man runs out of potatoes.
Is that Martian?
It is a Martian.
It's a Martian?
Yeah.
Runs out of potatoes. Oh, that's a good one. Boy spends 7 years being a third wheel.
Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
A cancer patient undergoes an experimental treatment for a second chance at love.
What?
A cancer patient undergoes an experimental treatment for a second chance at love.
Is that The Fault in Our Stars?
No, that describes it too well. It's Deadpool.
Deadpool! Oh, that's funny.
All right, last one. Make it a good one.
A family's first Airbnb experience goes very wrong.
Family's first Airbnb. Oh, damn. I don't know. I feel like it's not what I think it is.
It might be what you think it is.
No, it's not Strangers. I don't know. What is it?
It would be The Shining.
Oh, goddamn it.
Famous movie featured on Framed like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I got that one first guess.
M got that one first guess. I did not.
All right. My last one. Mm-hmm. Paranoid billionaire wants to kill an immigrant.
What?
Think about it. A paranoid billionaire wants to kill an immigrant.
A paranoid billionaire wants to kill an immigrant. I got nothing.
Batman vs. Superman.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode, the very first test episode of the Film Box. This probably won't go live anywhere. You might see snippets of this as like promo. Just being honest. But it was a good test. It was a good test to start out.
Looking at you, Aaron. It's one for you and me.
Yes, this was for...
I don't like when you look at me. No, stop.
All right. Awesome.
See you guys later.
Bye.